Before you knew language, there was experience. Before you had a name for the color red, you felt it. Before you understood what a mother was, you needed her. Before thought existed, there was something that thought had not yet divided. A Japanese philosopher named Kitaro Nishida spent his entire life trying to describe that something. He walked the same stone path in Kyoto every morning for 40 years thinking about it. Most people have never heard his name. That is about to change for you. Pure experience is the alpha and omega of all existence. Kitaro Nishida was born in 1870 in a small Japanese village near the Sea of Japan. He grew up in a country that was tearing itself between two worlds, the ancient traditions of the East and the aggressive modernization of the West. He studied both. He read Hegel, Kant, and William James. He also sat in Zen meditation for years. And instead of choosing one over the other, he did something no philosopher had ever done. He asked what was underneath both, what came before Western logic and Eastern intuition. What was there before the human mind divided the world into subject and object, into self and other, into me and everything that is not me? He called it pure experience, and it might be the most important idea you have never encountered. Every morning, for decades, he walked the same stone path near Daitokuji Temple in Kyoto, thinking, only thinking. That path is now called the philosopher's walk. He walked it until the thinking stopped being effort and became something else entirely. Nishida's central idea is deceptively simple. He said that before you think about your experience, there is the experience itself, raw, unfiltered, not yet divided into you who experiences and the thing being experienced. He called this pure experience, a moment before the self arrives. Think about the last time you were completely absorbed in something, music that made you disappear, a conversation so deep you forgot time existed, a sunset that stopped every thought mid-sentence. In those moments, where were you? There was seeing, there was hearing, there was feeling. But the you who usually observes all of it had stepped aside. That is pure experience, not the memory of it, not the words you used to describe it later, the thing itself before language arrived to divide it. To experience means to know facts just as they are. Nishida argued that this pure experience is not a special state reserved for mystics or meditators. It is the foundation of every moment. It is what is always already there, before the thinking mind claims ownership of it. The problem is, we are so trained to analyze, label, and narrate our experience that we almost never actually have it. We experience our thoughts about the sunset, not the sunset. We experience our story about the conversation, not the conversation. We have become so good at thinking about life that we have forgotten how to live it. This was Nishida's warning, written in 1911, before smartphones, before social media, before the infinite scroll that made the problem 1,000 times worse. Consider what you do when something beautiful happens, a meal that tastes extraordinary, a moment with someone you love, a piece of music that almost breaks you. What is the first thing you do? You reach for your phone, you take a photo, you share it, you check if others validated it. In the time it took to do that, the experience ended. What replaced it was a performance of having had the experience, a recording of a moment you were too busy recording to actually be inside. Nishida would say this is not a small habit. It is a philosophical catastrophe. Every time you document an experience instead of having it, You are choosing the narrating self over the living self. You are choosing thought over pure experience. And eventually, after enough years of this, you forget what pure experience even feels like. Life becomes content. Moments become posts. Feelings become captions. The personal is the universal. Nishida. When Nishida wrote this, he meant that your deepest, most private, inner experience is exactly where you connect to everything that exists. Not your curated self, not your public identity, the raw, unmediated moment of simply being. Nishida is not asking you to abandon thinking. He loved thinking. He did almost nothing else for 80 years. He is asking you to notice the difference between being inside your experience and watching it from the outside, between tasting the food and deciding how to describe the food, between listening to the music and monitoring how the music is making you feel, between being in the conversation and performing the conversation. The path back, Nishida believed, is not dramatic. It requires a monastery or a decade of meditation. It requires only one thing: to arrive fully in this moment before the narrating self can claim it. Pure experience is the alpha and omega of all existence. Kitaro Nishida. He walked the same stone path for 40 years, not to get somewhere, to finally stop leaving. Subscribe. Next week we go somewhere even more uncomfortable.